Hey, I haven't made a YouTube video in a year and a half, and actually the last video, it was the second video I had ever made, and actually the last video before I deleted all my YouTube videos was actually explaining why I was an atheist. It wasn't in response to anything, but I saw this and I was like, why not just make a new one? I haven't made anything for a year and a half. I don't even have anything on my YouTube account, so why not? But anyway. Growing up, my father was agnostic and my mother a Christian, and I was taught to be a Christian. And I believed in God, and I thought he was great at the time, but it was just always, it never clicked for me. I could never grasp it completely, and honestly, it terrified me as a child. I mean, everything about the religion terrified me for the most part, like the whole dead people, Jesus going back up and being judged and all that. It scared me as a child, and I started to become suspicious of it because as a child and even now, I'm an extremely analytical person, and so I started thinking about it. And then when I was like 10, we did a unit on Greek mythology in school, and this is when it really hit me really hard, is that, well, how come people don't believe in Greek mythology anymore? It's no different than religion now. So I thought about this, and that's when I became an agnostic. Well, I was like, well, you can't disprove it. I mean, they believed in gods then. It just has evolved with us. And then I thought about that. Wait, what? Religion evolved with us? The more we learned and the more Greek mythology got disproved, then we just changed. Our religions changed. And then there was a thing when the Catholic Church didn't admit that we were not the center of the universe, which is much like when things in Greek mythology were disproved. And this is when I became an atheist. However, I couldn't pinpoint exactly why I was atheist. I knew that I didn't think at all that there was any sort of God out there. And I didn't believe in religion. I felt like it was a cult. And then I began to explore more and find the faults in religion, not just Christianity. And a big part of this actually was finding Pat Condell's videos that really made me realize why religion didn't work. But even before that, before I became an atheist, when I was in that agnostic stage, after I'd made the connections between Greek mythology and religion, I did what I call shopping for religion. See, this is what I did. I read other religions' books, and I looked at their texts, and I read about them, I studied about them, and I was literally trying to pick one because I knew that Christianity didn't work for me. It didn't click. I didn't understand it. I couldn't grasp it, and it scared me. And so I was attracted to a few different religions, and as I studied more, I realized I was looking for a set of beliefs to follow. And then it occurred to me, why do I even need them? Why do I need them? I don't need a book to tell me how to live my life. I don't need a God. I don't need a higher power. And then that's when I found YouTube actually helped me put the pieces together, because I was little then, and I became an atheist, and I have been for about 5 years now, and that's really about it. It's just really, you don't need to look deeper into it than that. Religion is defined as a strong belief in a supernatural power or powers that control human destiny. And here, if I look up belief is any cognitive content held as true. Held as true. That doesn't mean it's not a fact. It's held as true. So that alone is what disproves religion for me. And my last video went way more in detail, but really it's just that. That's why I'm an atheist, because that simple fact right there. It disproves it all for me, in my mind. And then, yes, I mean, from there I knew that there was no God, that I didn't need a higher power, but from there is when it gets into more detail that I began finding the faults in religion, and those really filled in the cracks for me, but that's about all.